everyone. Welcome to Scrappin Savvy Box of the Month Club. I wanted to give you this little video to show you the tools that you'll need for your box making. We may not use all the tools every time we have a class, but these tools are definitely used a lot. Okay, so let's start with a scoreboard. We use this for scoring cardstock, sometimes making hinges, sometimes adding belly bands or envelopes or pockets and that kind of thing to your box. You'll need a damp rag or baby wipes for cleaning up little glue spills, which always happens. I would like you to bring 1.5 inch score tape. This stuff is perfect for making the hinges that we're going to use to construct the box. If you don't have 1.5 inch, I'm actually going to ask Carrie to get some in stock. If you don't have 1.5 inch score tape, then bring different other smaller sizes and we'll make it that work. I'd like you to bring a sanding block. Rather than a piece of sandpaper, the sanding blocks are really good for sanding the chipboard to get any of the little sharp edges. You need a pencil, preferably a very sharp pencil because you don't want your lines to be too thick because that will mess up the measurements of your pieces that you cut out. A ruler, preferably one with a metal edge if you're going to be using your craft knife with it. A bone folder. A craft knife. I like this big heavy duty one. It fits really nice in my hand. You can use the smaller thin ones if you like. I just don't prefer those. I find they're too thin and my hand gets sore after a while if you're cutting a lot of chipboard. You'll need wet glue. This is the glue that we use in box making is PVA glue. It stands for polyvinyl acetate and it's bookbinder's glue. And it's amazing stuff and I'll tell you all about it in class. You'll need a paper trimmer. I use this paper trimmer for cutting my chipboard pieces as well as the cardstock. And then these last two items that I'm going to show you, I highly recommend you get. They make life so much more simple for box making. The first one is called a baby bot. And this is a little device container for your wet glue. And what I do is I add about 3/4 of the way up of my PVA. And then I add a little bit of water and that waters it down just enough so that it flows really nicely. And the neat thing about this is we've all been there where we're trying to get the glue to come to the nib of our glue bottle. Well, this has a large area and then a little tiny chamber that runs up. And what happens is when you squeeze the bottle, the glue comes up the little channel and onto whatever you're gluing. And you don't have to shake it upside down. You just hold it upright like this. And it's awesome. I just love this thing. Carrie usually orders them in on a per customer basis. Basically, you let her know that you would like one. She'll get a large order together and then when they arrive, we'll let you know that they're in the shop. The other thing that I recommend is what's called a bench hook. This is a carpenter's tool and all it is a piece of 12 by 12 or slightly larger wood with 2 rails attached, one on the bottom on one side and one on the top on the other. And what you do with this is you hook the front up to the edge of your work surface or your table and it hooks on and allows you to use the back rail to square up your boxes. Carrie made some for the last class and they sold like hotcakes. I've asked her to make some more for this class. Hopefully she'll have enough for everybody. Or if you're handy with the wooden tools, you can go ahead and make your own. If you do, I wouldn't make one smaller than 12 by 12, and don't make one too huge. Maybe no more than 16 inches, because you want it to be portable, okay? And that is it. We will see you in class. Looking forward to it. Bye.